Trackmon Anglesey, affectionately known as Britain's Phillip Island. It's hot, it's sticky, the sun's in our eyes, we love it. Welcome to Thundersport Elite.
Welcome to Anglesey. It's time for the Avon tyres, Supertwins and HMT Racing Stocktwins here with 3 rounds to go, including this one. This man is in control of Supertwins overall, Johnny Towers, number 17. Most people in motorcycle racing know about Johnny Towers, and he is looking to try and beat this man to the championship, John Simpson, who will class this race as his home round. Paul McClung here. Well, fair to say that when he's on form, he is incredibly difficult to stop. The number 49, again, a rider that would consider Anglesey as probably his closest round of the season. All to play for here. Look out for Greg Madero there on the second row, the white and sky blue machine. He is the Stocktwins championship leader as well. Away we go here. We're on board with the Mauritian rider Luke Mamet, number 12, and that just gives you an example as to how tight it is into turn 1 here at Anglesey. But it's a beautiful day here in northwest Wales, and it is Johnny Towers that has the early advantage from John Simpson and Paul McClung. Looks like Dan Taylor, last year's Stocktwins champion, is in 4th place as they tip around Church Corner. Then it's Greg Madero, and then I can't see who that was just behind Greg Madero. Looks like Ryan Redmond, but we'll get a look in a moment as they now climb up towards Rocket. Great overtaking opportunity, and it's got real messy up at the top there. Johnny Towers and John Simpson. Simpson, at times this season, perhaps not quite had been on his A game. Well, here at Anglesey, we saw, 5-6 years ago in the 600 races here, that he knows his way around here. He loves this circuit. There is a big opportunity. Yesterday, there were 2 races for these guys, and they shared the spoils, perhaps unsurprisingly when you look at how much of a fight they're putting up here against each other. Johnny Towers won the first race, and someone's gone down. That was a big crash there on the last corner. Really nasty one there for Alex Platt. I'm glad to see that he's up and he's walking away, though, because they can really hurt on the exit of the final turn. But look at these two properly going at it. As I said yesterday, Johnny Towers won one race, Simpson finished second. Then in the next one, John Simpson won it and Johnny Towers finished second. All in all, it means that there's still 50 points between Johnny Towers and John Simpson. So Simpson has got a bit of catching up to do. Sid's here with me in the commentary box, and already in the early stages of this one, they are taking lumps out of each other, Sid.
It's all nudges and knees, isn't it? Yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. John loves this circuit, as you already said, and he's determined, you know, to have this today. He really is, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him make a late attack.
Well, we know that Johnny Towers has got plenty of fight in him. We've seen it this year, we saw it last year. He's a good rider, he's very wise on the bike, he's got great racecraft, and he will give as good as he gets. John Simpson, when he's on form, has just got something in those eyes that scares me, to be quite honest, as they now tip into turn 1. And so if he is on form, he will do absolutely anything to get a race win. Is that Paul McClung who's gone down at the top of the screen there? Paul McClung has gone down. McClung, who was trying to fight for 3rd in the championship, that is a big blow for him. He's gone down, and so has Ryan Redmond. Redmond's gone down as well. They're going down like flies early on here in this race. So Johnny Towers it is with the advantage at the moment from John Simpson. They have basically swept aside the opposition here. 3rd place at the moment is Greg Madero, who leads, of course, in the Stocktwins Championship. There's Luke Mamet. We're on board with him again now as we climb uphill and then brake hard into Rocket, this left-hander. Not very often you'll see a Mauritian rider.
And these stock boys, you know, I mean, they're doing well to cling on to those boys at the front. And not only are those boys, you know, Johnny and John actually, you know, really fast, but they've got quite superior machinery to the stock bikes.
Certainly have here, always getting really aggressive as Johnny Towers and John Simpson both take slightly wide lines. Dan Taylor went missing earlier as well. I didn't even see that on the time screens. Dan Taylor has gone down, so Paul McClung might have gone down in the battle for 3rd, but so has he. Oh, Luke Mamet here, getting it all crossed up with Max Dixon, number 42. This is a proper scrap. These guys are battling for 4th overall then, behind Greg Madero. So, well, we'll see how that one pans out. Who will get the win here between Johnny Towers and John Simpson? If John Simpson gets it, the gap goes down to 45 points. If Johnny Towers wins it, the gap extends to 55 points. There is Luke Mamet then, just trying to chase down Max Dixon once more. These guys still going at it. Contrasting lines on the exit of Rocket.
I have to say, I'm surprised that Johnny Towers is pushing this hard, because he'll know that John Simpson is actually very good at this circuit. He's a wise old pussycat.
Oh, he's lost a place there. That was a magic act there from John Simpson, and he's managed to get past Johnny Towers. Well, you mentioned there, you're surprised that he's putting up a fight. We'll now see exactly how much of a fight he wants to put up, of course, from 2nd place, because there's a mammoth gap back to Greg Madero here in 3rd, so he could effectively just sit there and follow John Simpson home, who thinks he can afford to look over.
Well, he knows he's got a cushion, and the point is, John's not stupid either. He knows that Johnny knows that he's got a cushion.
Oh my word!
You know?
We can get ourselves into all sorts of things there.
But it's true, isn't it? You know, it's all head games. Let's
But do
face
you
it.
think that he knows that he knows that he knows? That's the question that we've got to ask ourselves.
Well, that is the question.
As they exit Rocket, it is John Simpson that has the advantage from Johnny Towers. In 3rd is Greg Madero, leader of the Stocktwins. By the way, Max Dixon and Luke Mamet in 4th and 5th are both Stocktwin riders also.
I know.
So I wasn't telling you, Sid, I was telling the people that are watching. Further down, behind those guys, Aaron Bradley, Robert Cadiz, Alex Taylor, Neil Schofield and Ian McGann, all up inside the top 10 outright. Just saw there Alex Taylor out on that Scott Racing Motorcycles machine. Here we see at the front then, John Simpson and Johnny Towers. Johnny Towers doesn't look like, body language wise, he's completely given up on this just yet. But it is looking now like this gap will come down to 45 points between the two. Greg Madero's just gone round. There is your 4th place rider, Max Dixon. Number 45 just going around. There is Andrew Castle. Nice to see Andrew out there. Rider from Lincoln, one of our Royal Air Force Motorsport Association riders. On board of him now. Just going around the banking and exit. Oh, and he's just lost the. Oh, that was. He's just being lapped actually, Andy Castle, by Luke Mamet. So Luke Mamet just comes through on it. Mamet having a good race here for a solid top 5 finish. John Simpson then it is that has this advantage of what? About 6/10. It's come down, you know. Johnny Towers has not given this up just yet. They go around Peel Corner. Of course, psychologically, if Johnny Towers was able to finish ahead of John Simpson here, it would really hurt John Simpson. It wouldn't hurt Johnny Towers so much, just losing 5 points overall. 45-point lead in the championship is still comfortable enough, because there is still then one race to go. The last lap flag is out. Johnny Towers won't push the boat out here, but if he sees John Simpson make any error at all, he will be there to pick it all up. I don't think a mistake is coming. Just to give you an idea as to how quick these guys are going, last year's lap record holder, Johnny Towers, number 17, a 1:11.017. John Simpson's fastest lap in this race, a 1:10.437. Here he is. Half a lap to go for the Northern Irishman. Up into the Rocket Corner, deals with one of the back markers. Johnny Towers, unfortunately, will get caught behind, and any faint hopes that he had of really trying to put some late pressure on John Simpson have all but gone now. So only John Simpson can stop John Simpson from winning this race as they now head down towards the corkscrew, and this will mean a lot to Simpson. 45 points in it. Greg Madero has had a solid ride, as Sid mentioned. Really good effort from him, but he's not really had anyone to push him so far. Around the last corner we go. John Simpson says this championship is not over yet. 45 points in it with that win. and he looks pretty happy with it. Johnny Towers finishes in second to limit the damage. Greg Madero finishes in third place, which is really good for his Super Twin tally as well, I should just point out. He wins the stock class there in third. Max Dixon was fourth, Luke Mamet fifth, Aaron Bradley in sixth place. And there you see the top three outright. John Simpson, Johnny Towers and Greg Madero. Greg Madero winner of the Stocktwins ahead of Max Dixon and Luke Mamet.
Luke, well, you got the biggest smile in the paddock, an even bigger smile now. I mean, you've really come on song now, and you're doing really well. This is, God knows how many podiums you've had now, but Rockingham was great, and now Anglesey as well.
Yeah. The weekend started really well because we qualified on pole yesterday and on the first row of a Supertwins, which was something, well, I was over the moon with it, too excited, I was shaking and all really good. Unfortunately, the two first races didn't go so well because we have a little technical issue with the bike, but we're working on it, and now we got a third place, so the team's done a really good job, to get us up the pace. The racing today, this weekend, has been horrendous. The fights, everyone is so close to each other. There's been how many crashes in this race? Ridiculous. I nearly ran over Alex Platt. Hopefully he's okay, but the race was extraordinary today here. The track is really fast with that fast right-hander at the end of the straight, flat out. Jesus, it's great, All to all, really happy with this weekend, and I really want to thank all the people who made this happen, who allowed all this stuff to happen, and also a big hi to my crowd in Mauritius. On Facebook we are over 9,500 likes now, so I got a big crowd following. I'm really happy with that, guys. Thank you so much for the support, and I hope it's going to get even bigger and bigger, and we're going to go much further together.
Max, second place in the Stocktwins. Was it hard work?
Oh, just a bit. It's quite warm out there today, and I just settled in, got past Luke after a couple of riders went down there, and made a complete mess of the back straight. It was on the grass. Backside was a bit like a Japanese flag, to be fair, for a few moments there. So I thought, just settle down, take it easy, and bring it home. Didn't help with the pit board. The boys on the pit board got the laps wrong, so I thought I'd finished one lap before as well. So it was all going on there, matey.
That's never easy in this game. And some people to thank.
Oh yeah, plenty. I mean, we've got SRT Motorcycles in Birkenhead. We've got Renault Wirral, who's supported me for the last 2 years. Been some tough times. Steve at Motrack, he's been invaluable the last few rounds. And family and friends, my dad and the Moonies, they've been a great help. Without them, we wouldn't be here. So fantastic.
Well done, Max.
Cheers.
Greg, absolutely fantastic. Obviously, you've won the Stocktwin class, which is excellent. But then third place in the Supertwins, and I mean, you're so down on power, really, aren't you?
I wouldn't have expected that. I know we had good lap times. I think I was four fastest lap rounder anyway, so I knew it'd be a good pace, but I didn't expect a podium in the Supertwins as well. So I'm over the moon with the Supertwins, but more importantly, another win in the Mini Twins for me. So points for the championship. Just keep racking them points up like we are at the moment, and it'll be a good result at the end of the year. So we've just got to keep doing what we're doing, and we'll get there eventually.
Well, as you say, the lap times are awesome. I mean, it's been shattered at the front again already. But who have you got to thank?
I've got a big thanks to Eddie at Precision Signs in Northampton. He's done bits for my bike, all the graphics on my bike. A big thanks to Simon, who's helped me out towards some tyres and bits and bobs like that. Also Keith Clark, he's always at the end of the phone when I need to ring him and ask a bit of advice, tyre pressures, sprockets. He's really good with that kind of stuff for me. And as usual, my stepdad Ray, that does all the prep on my bike, feeding me, make sure I'm in one piece. So I've just got to get on it and ride it. We've done a brilliant job with the bike this weekend. I really feel comfortable on the bike, and that's the most important thing when you're riding, comfortably. And I feel like I've got the bike suspension set up perfectly around here, and I'm really confident to go again for the second race and give it another shot.
Excellent, well done.
Thank you very much.
Johnny, well done on the second place. Unfortunately, you've had your lap record that stood here from last year.
Yeah, that's no problem for me. We're pushing really hard. We both went underneath the lap record yesterday, and I said to Ali yesterday that there was a very low 10 in the bike. We made a bit of a change, went the wrong way, and John delivered the lap time, which I said we'd do today. So, yeah, fair play to him, and well done. We pushed really hard, but said I've had another great week, and I won yesterday. I got a second place as well, so a second today. We're both on the pace. I had a great week. Brought my family up, so me, Sam, and the kids are here all weekend, staying in Treader Bay. It's superb. The sun's been shining. I've swum in the sea every day since I've been here. So yeah, one more to go. I'll go home now. I'd be really happy.
Well, that's absolutely fantastic. Well done. And I can tell you've got some other people to thank. I know you help a lot of people as well. I mean, with RST and everything else. but you've got some people to thank as well, haven't you?
Yeah, you know, the people I always want to thank is Ali and the guys at Complog. You know, they've worked really hard. You know, I struggle a little bit at Rockingham, but coming here, Ali's done a lot to the bike. We've played with it. Steve from Bi-Turbo, Steve Hicken, has helped me get the bike set up. We're not quite there, but it's a lot better. The engine's faster. Ali's done great work with that. I love being here with my teammates, Nick Edgley, Lawrence, Casey, all the lads, DC. It's like a dream weekend. So, you know, what a place to be. The sun shines, beautiful circuit, you can see the ocean. So, yeah, happy days.
John, great win, but tough. And you've gone and annihilated the lap record. Again, you broke it yesterday, and then you've broken it again today.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. Like, it was a hard race. Johnny definitely pushed me. We were fighting a bit out for a good while in that one, and once I got in front, I sort of managed to get a little bit of a gap, but I was sort of looking at a certain part of the track, and I knew that when we got to a different part, he would be right on me. So, I don't know. I'm just happy. I can't say much more. Just like to thank everybody that helps me, and that's it, really. Over the moon. Lovely weather. Cracker.
Well, let's hope that we get a cracker in race 2 as well. 45 points between these two riders. Welcome back to Anglesey for round 7 of the 2016 Championship. Time for the second Avon Tyres Supertwins race, and a race that features the HMT Racing Stocktwins. John Simpson victorious in race 1 ahead of Johnny Towers. Here he is, number 17. 45 points the difference in favour of Johnny Towers. Paul McClung there, third on the grid. Bike's looking a bit second-hand, duct taped up after a crash in race 1. A few other names there to look out for. Greg Badero. Doesn't look like Dan Taylor's made it onto the grid for this race, which is a shame. I hope he's all right after his crash in race 1. Here we go then. Red lights out and away we go. All eyes on this battle between Towers and Simpson for the championship. Max Dixon there, number 42. Castle, 45. Number 89 is Carl Sant. Greg Badero leading in the Stocktwins Championship. White bike, sky blue trims, number 60. Luke Mamet was up in the top 5 in race 1 earlier as well. Alex Platt was going through there, number 43. He fell in race 1. How will he fare this time? Luke Mamet's gone for a yellow tinted front visor this time, just to give it a really sunny effect in this second race. He's got himself a bit of hard work. He started a lot better last time out as he tips into Rocket and ends his race early. And that is number 111. Aaron Bradley's taken out with him as well. Aaron Bradley, of course, a competitor in the Stocktwins Championship, trying to close the gap down on Greg Badero. And Luke Mamet, unfortunately, has gone into him. There's 3 of them involved in that. That's also Alex Taylor, I think, that's involved in that as well, number 69. Wow, okay, so 3 riders involved there. I don't think Alex Taylor actually fell, so he can rejoin. The others can't. At the front of this one, well, we saw just a battle between 2 riders in race 1. Johnny Towers, 17, and number 71, John Simpson. Paul McClung has come to the party this time around. There he is, number 49. We have seen, at times this season, just what Paul McClung is capable of doing when he is in the zone. Can he throw a spanner in the works here in the championship? Towers at the moment has the advantage. Further back, Greg Badero in a lonely 4th, ahead of Max Dixon, Alex Platt and Ryan Redmond. Ryan Redmond, another rider that fell earlier on as well. Here we go then, Towers in the position that he wants to be in. John Simpson delighted he was with that first win when he spoke to Sid after. He's looking to repeat that again. If he wins here, Towers is second. He would wobble then on the rear end, and he would close the gap down to 40 points with just 2 rounds to go. These guys get 4 races a weekend though, so there'll be 8 left after this. Simpson would dearly love to close that gap down a bit further. Around the final corner we go, onto the start-finish straight. The top 3 not far away from each other at all. Tipping into target corner now, turn 1, tricky to navigate. Then the banking. I'm just trying to think actually if there's been a corner on this circuit that we've not had a crash at so far this weekend, and I don't think there is. I think we've seen falls every single corner around this circuit so far. Target, yep. Banking, yep. Church, yep. The Rockets, yes. Peel, yes. Corkscrews, yes. And the final corner, yes. So, high attrition rate, it's fair to say here, at a sunny Anglesey. I'm glad to say that at the moment, despite the falls, none of them are too serious, which is always good news. Moment here in this Avon Tyre Supertwins race, it is, as you see on screen, Johnny Towers that leads it. Further back, Andrew Castle here. And, oh dear, now there's a rider pulling out of the race there. Andrew Castle almost went straight into the back of him as he now tips into Rocket in. Rob Bragnall just up ahead of him, but that could have been really, really horrible over at Rocket. Now then, Towers, McClung, John Simpson. John Simpson was well under lap record pace and set the new lap record in race 1. He's not quite got into his rhythm yet in this race, so when will he pull the trigger? He won't want to see Johnny Towers disappear off, that's for sure. Here he comes. In fact, he's already getting aggressive. Feinting some moves on Paul McClung. Can he now get into the slipstream as they make their way onto the school straight? Uphill we climb, and here he comes. He's making his move. John Simpson is looking for another win here. He'll go to the outside here, which will give him the inside lane up into Rocket. And that is how you do that. Perfect exhibition move there from John Simpson to move into second. And now he has eyes only for his championship rival. These two so far have raced 3 times. 2 wins for Simpson, 1 win for Towers, and each of them have finished second in the other races as well, so there's not really taken an awful lot of points out of each other as yet. Wide there from Johnny Towers, and that's going to allow John Simpson into the picture here as they make their way onto the start-finish straight. Simpson will carry the momentum, but he won't be close enough into turn 1. But Simpson will now try and get the banking absolutely perfect, and Johnny Towers runs wide again, and will he go round the outside of him? Oh, it's close. John Simpson will now try and execute the same move as he just pulled, I'm sure, on Paul McClung as they make their way out of the banking and into Church Corner, although he's just got a little bit early on the power there. He's not quite close enough to get into the slipstream as they make their way onto the school straight this time, but John Simpson now is starting to get into his zone. Paul McClung will do very well to hang on to John Simpson here. Simpson's just put in another 110 lap. Let's see what he can do. In fact, just look there, Paul McClung was also in the 110, so he's obviously pretty comfortable. Johnny Towers, he's in the 110, so all these 3 guys matching each other's pace. Johnny Towers, though, is coming under quite a bit of threat now. John Simpson wants to go 3-1 up this weekend. Into the corkscrew we go. Now, this is where he got the job done in race 1, and as we popped out, it was Simpson has got it, and he's done it again. It's magical through the corkscrew there is John Simpson, and he's pulled another number on his championship foe, and he goes up ahead of Johnny Towers. Now Paul McClung is closing in on Johnny Towers, so this puts a different emphasis on this race, and certainly in the story of the championship. There's Max Dixon and Alex Platt. Those guys are in 5th and 6th place. Greg Madero up ahead of them is the Stocktwins leader. John Simpson with a bit between his teeth here this weekend, up ahead of Johnny Towers and Paul McClung. Here is Johnny Towers immediately trying to fight back. Uphill we go. Towers on that Team Edge RST clothing Kawasaki. Oh, they're going either side of a tail ender here. This could get really close. Trick Bit Suzuki rider John Simpson just about hangs on to his lead, but I'm not sure even he knows how close they were to contact then. Some more traffic up ahead. Up the inside of Rob Bracknell he goes. Johnny Towers struggled a bit that time, and he's got really in some trouble, Johnny Towers. trying to find a way past Pragnell. There is Greg Madero in 4th place. Currently, again, he's having another lonely race, but it's going to be beneficial to him in the points. And Johnny Towers has dropped to 3rd place. So, having not been able to get past the back marker, Towers has gone down to 3rd. McClung is now up to 2nd. Well, this changes things significantly. John Simpson would be on 25. Towers is rolling off here in 3rd. What's happened to Johnny Towers? Has he got a problem with his bike? He's in 3rd. That would be 9 points that John Simpson would make up. So all of a sudden, the gap would be down to 36 points between them, with just 8 races to go. Around the back of the circuit again, around School Corner, on the School Straight. Into Rocket we go. John Simpson in control. Paul McClung 2nd, Johnny Towers 3rd. Paul McClung here is in a position that Johnny Towers would rather like to take. Don't think that either rider was really expecting to see that. Greg Madero here again in 4th. Might not be long before you can say that he's got one hand on that Stocktwins trophy if he carries on like this, especially with Aaron Bradley down and out in this race. So Paul McClung there, number 49 at the moment, in 2nd place, and Johnny Towers has come off! Oh no, he's come off, his bike's continuing, but this is a disaster, and he's right in the firing line as well, and Johnny Towers correctly gets up and walks away, dazed as he is. His bike eventually comes to rest, but that camera doesn't actually do justice as to how far that bike has just travelled. Now, John Simpson looks over his shoulder. I bet he'll have another look in a minute, and he'll realise that Johnny Towers is out of the race. Massive moment there for the championship leader. Well, that changes the complexion altogether. Paul McClung in 2nd place. I don't know what happened there. If John Simpson wins this, the gap's now down to 20 points. Sid's here with me in the commentary box. Sid, somebody try and explain to me what on earth just happened there.
I really don't know. I mean, that's unbelievable. But, I mean, you said that Johnny was just starting to, it looked like he was knocking it off a little bit. It just makes you wonder what was going on.
Well, what I can say is going on is that a 50-point championship lead for Johnny Towers has been cut down to a 20-point lead. As if this race finishes like it is, Greg Madero is going to get another top 3 in the Supertwins if things stay the way they are. There he is up ahead of, well, there's a few riders actually here that are being lapped, but Madero is up ahead of Max Dixon and Alex Platt at the moment. Last lap flag out then, and John Simpson is a lap away from taking 3 wins out of 4 this weekend and putting his name firmly back in the championship race. Paul McClung, well, he won't be able to win it, but he'll certainly be able to fight out with Dan Taylor for 3rd overall. Dan Taylor not in this race. Max Dixon over there just taking a really wide line as we ride with Andrew Castle around turn 1, fighting with Rob Pragnell. Paul McClung, has he got anything to say? Is there another twist to this tale at the end of the race? As it stands, Simpson on for another 25 points. Paul McClung might have other ideas.
Who could have forecast that all these championships would have looked like they're going to go down to the wire? You know, ahead of Anglesey, you couldn't have forecast anything that has happened here, could you?
I must confess, I wasn't entirely convinced that John Simpson would be able to stay with Johnny Towers for this long, and the last couple of rounds John Simpson has been picking away but hasn't quite had the pace to match Johnny Towers. But this is a different John Simpson altogether. The checkered flag is waiting, and it will go down to Donington and possibly even Cadwell. John Simpson wins here. He's done the double, and today alone he's taken 30 points out of Johnny Towers' lead. Unbelievable stuff then here. John Simpson the winner, Paul McClung 2nd, Madero 3rd, wins the Stocktwins class, Max Dixon 4th, Alex Platt 5th, Ryan Redmond in 6th place. There you see an over the moon John Simpson in the top, on the top step ahead of Paul McClung and Madero. Madero's then top of the Stocktwins ahead of Max Dixon and Alex Platt. Confirmation, hopefully my maths is right. There should be 20 in it now between Towers and Simpson. There is. That's going all the way. Paul McClung there has moved up to 3rd ahead of Dan Taylor. Greg Madero is up to 5th. Stocktwins rider ahead of Keelan Irwin. Then in the Stocktwins itself, look at that. Greg Badero with a chance to win the title at Donington Park in the Stocktwins ahead of Aaron Bradley.
Alex, third place, nice to see you up here.
Yeah, it's been a while now. I just had very difficult races, and especially today I managed to crash on the first lap, so it's nice to sort of bounce back with a decent third result. I was staying with Max most of the way, but towards the end my fitness was letting me down. Something I need to work on, but honestly I can't be happier.
Well, that's nice to go home with, isn't it?
Yes.
A cup on the dashboard.
Yeah, definitely. Makes the trophy cabinet look a little bit more full as well, doesn't it?
And you got some people to thank.
I've got loads. If I can get the list out. I'd like to thank B&B Motorcycles for everything they do for us. Suzuki dealership, they give us tyres, spare parts, everything. Knox for the discount on the body armour I got. My dad, obviously, he worked hard to get that bike back up and running. Mum, Martin, brothers for supporting. Taylor Plummer, she can't be here this weekend, but she usually pit sports for me. It's fantastic. If I've forgotten anybody, I'm really sorry, but I'm a bit overcome. But yeah, thanks to everybody who's possibly helped out. Andy Tolliday and Ryan Redman, Alex Lowry's as well for letting us use it on it.
Max, up here again. Well, what a great day.
Yeah, it's been a good day, hasn't it? Been a bit warm, and that last race there was +0 on the board for a good 7 of the 10 laps. Oh, bloody hell, come on. Then just towards the end, started to pull a bit of a gap, but yeah, great day for us.
And sponsors.
Yeah, so we've got SRT Motorcycles from Birkenhead. We've got Steve from Motrack, who's helped us all the season, brought us on a long way. Renault Wirral, they've helped us out for the last couple of years, spot on. And finally, all friends and family, me dad, the Moonies, perfect.
Well, here we are again. You've won winner in class and third in the Supertwins. I mean, wow.
Yeah, we really feel like we've got a good setup this weekend. I feel really comfortable on the bike. I've never felt like this before. Just confidence is growing and growing on the bike, and I feel I can do what I want with it, and the bike responds back to what I need to do. So I'm over the moon with the way we got the bike going. It's just what we need. 2 rounds left and keep going on these top steps, and we'll be there soon before we know
You've
it.
got a hell of a cushion points-wise. So, I mean, I know you mustn't get too confident in this game, because obviously you could have like a DNF and hurt yourself or whatever, and you know you could be overtaken. But it's nice, isn't it?
Oh, I'd definitely rather have a 90-point lead than 90 points behind. I'll put it that way. So yeah, I definitely feel more comfortable, and the pressure's not so much on me anymore. I can sit back. I can get second if I need to, if I can't push for the win, but if I can, I'll always go for the win. Any of us will, any racer would, wouldn't they? So yeah, I feel a bit more comfortable now, and we're going away from this weekend on a massive high, and we'll definitely work towards Donington, one of my favourite tracks, so that really comes in handy, and Cadwell, both my 2 favourite tracks, so I'm looking forward to the end of this season. Massive.
And a final thanks to everyone.
Yeah, the usual, same as said earlier, and also Team Willow, they've helped us out massively this weekend. The Willow boys there, they're brilliant. All the help they've given us this year, they're always there to help us out. There's a few people who have helped me out this weekend. Massive thanks to all of you. If I haven't mentioned you, Luke and Apex Evolution team, they've jumped on board with us, helped us out with some suspension. A big thanks to everyone that gives a hand, and there's a lot of people out there that go out their way just to help you out. Little things, they make a big difference on the racetrack, so massive thanks to everyone that's given support to me so far this year. Thank you very much.
Well done, Greg.
Cheers.
Paul, another fantastic finish. I mean, I know you'd like to have been on the top spot, but John just had it today, didn't he?
Yeah, definitely. We've started the weekend okay, but went the wrong way bike setup and just ended up with a bike that never worked. So I was riding wheels off it and going slower. So made big changes for the first race and was a wee bit unlucky in it. So yeah, we pushed on there, we got on the back of him, and I felt I had the pace, but just some places he was quicker, some I was slower, so kept it even.
Excellent. And sponsors?
Just everyone that helps me, thanks a lot, and just all my family, Bulb, everyone that comes down, couldn't do it without you.
Well done, Paul.
Cheers.
Well, it's certainly was worth the trip, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I got lucky there as well with Johnny going down. You know, I don't wish that on anyone, but it does pull me right close to the championship now. I think I'm only about 20 points behind him. So we've got 2 whole rounds to go, and it is going to be a fight to the end now. You know, it looked a bit impossible. So, no, I'm happy. Paul definitely picked up the pace there at the end. I was looking behind me and I thought, the gap will be bigger, the gap will be bigger. Every time I looked back, you know, he was right sort of on my arse, so I had to sort of keep my head down, but once I knew Johnny was down, I knew I could relax a bit and, you know, not risk crashing myself. But no, I've had a fantastic weekend. It's great for a change to get the good weather. We've really had a rotten run of it really with the weather this year. Like, so hopefully the weather stays good for Cadwell and for Donington. I'd just like to thank a few people: Paul Jenks from Trick Bits, Paul from Race Lab Suspension, Kevin from FBM Performance, and Brian Node from Horton Car Care. Because without those guys, I literally couldn't be here at all. Thanks very much.
Well, here we go then. That's it from Anglesey. Hopefully the sun's shining on us at Donington next time out. This championship is back on. We'll see you there.